Imagine being a YouTuber known for crazy stunts and wild racing events, and then suddenly finding yourself behind the wheel in a professional stock car race. That's exactly what happened to Cleetus McFarland, and now everybody is asking, does NASCAR need Cleetus McFarland? So in today's episode, we'll take a deep dive into Cleetus' journey from law school student to YouTube sensation, and why his growing presence in NASCAR could change the sport's future. Garrett's story started like many other car lovers. He grew up around cars and had a deep interest in speed, engines, and everything mechanical. But unlike most people who dream of becoming professional race car drivers, he found another path to success. Before becoming Cleetus, he was a regular college student studying law. His parents wanted him to have a traditional career, but he saw something different. He realized that YouTube could be more than just a hobby. It could be a way to make a living. His big break came when he started working with 1320 Video, a popular YouTube channel focused on street racing and drag events. At first, he was just a guy helping film races and events, but one day something happened that changed everything. He and his friends were joking around, and he started talking in a funny redneck voice, making jokes about racing. His friend caught it on camera, posted it online, and people loved it.
We're here with Cleetus McFarland, and you're 1969?
Yep, it's a big block Chevrolet engine. I'm a big Chevy fan.
Once Cleetus realized that people liked his fun, entertaining style, he went all in. Instead of finishing law school, he decided to make YouTube his full-time career. He started posting more videos, mixing comedy with serious car knowledge. He didn't just talk about racing, he made it fun and accessible. Unlike traditional racing content, which can sometimes feel technical or exclusive, Cleetus made videos that everyone could enjoy. Whether someone was a hardcore car enthusiast or just like watching wild stunts, there was something for them as well. One of the biggest reasons for his success is how relatable he is. Instead of focusing on million-dollar supercars, he works with cars that regular people own. His projects often involve older, cheaper cars that he modifies into powerful racing machines. This makes his content feel real because fans can see themselves doing the same thing. He's not just showing off expensive toys, he's actually working on cars in a way that inspires his audience. As his channel grew, so did his ambitions. He wanted to create something bigger. That's when he made a bold move that set him apart from other automotive YouTubers. He bought his own racetrack. Cleetus McFarland's impact on motorsports is undeniable. His debut in the Arca Menard series at Daytona attracted a massive audience, proving just how much influence he has in the racing world. NASCAR reporter Caitlin Vincey highlighted this when she shared that Fox Sports' post-race interview with McFarland had already hit 5.8 million views. That number is huge for any racing event, especially in Arca, which usually doesn't get that kind of attention. For his debut race, McFarland drove the number 30 Ford Mustang for Red Jones Racing in the Ride the Dente 200 at Daytona International Speedway. He wasn't coming in as an experienced stock car driver. While he has plenty of experience with high horsepower machines and drag racing, NASCAR-style oval racing is a completely different challenge. Still, he managed to set the 15th fastest lap during a 2-day test session before the race, showing he had some natural talent behind the wheel. The race itself didn't go as planned. McFarland got caught up in multiple incidents, including a race-ending crash on lap 15. Amber Balkan lost control coming off of turn 2, triggering a wreck that collected McFarland's car, bringing out the third caution of the race. His run was over much earlier than he had hoped, but despite the disappointing finish, McFarland's attitude remained positive. In his post-race interview with Caitlin Vincey, he described the experience in his usual humorous style.
How you wanted it to come to a close. What was your experience like as a whole?
Well, I was having the best day of my life. Ripping around Daytona like a bald eagle. I was flat out, avoided a wreck, which was awesome. I thought I was the best driver to ever exist in that moment. And it's probably because my sleeves are cut off that I was able to pull off that maneuver, come down pit road. Then someone slammed into my rear left quarter, spun me out, lived through that, got some fresh tires, went back out there. I'm hot dogging into 1 and 2, and the car lost it in front of me, and I saw it, didn't have enough brakes to get slowed down before it, and tried to go around it, misread it, zigged instead of zagged when I should have zagged, and I zigged, and bam, blew the front end right off my hot rod.
McFarland's ability to draw massive attention is what people are calling the Cleetus McFarland effect. NASCAR has been trying to bring in younger audiences for years, and his presence at Daytona proved that he has a unique ability to do just that. The 5.8 million views on his post-race interview prove that he can generate serious interest in the sport. McFarland isn't done with stock car racing. He's scheduled to race again with Rhett Jones Racing at Talladega Superspeedway. The team also hinted that more races might be added to his schedule, depending on how things go. If his Daytona performance was any indication, his next race will bring another surge of viewership, and NASCAR will definitely take notice. Beyond the track, McFarland's influence is growing in other areas of motorsports media. He was recently announced as a guest on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s popular podcast, The Dale Jr. Download. This is a big deal because Earnhardt Jr. is one of the most respected voices in NASCAR. His podcast is known for diving deep into racing stories, so fans can expect a detailed discussion about McFarland's journey, his ARCA debut, and what's next for him in the sport. In 2020, Cleetus purchased Bradenton Motorsports Park in Florida and renamed it the Freedom Factory. This was a game changer. Owning a racetrack gave him the freedom to do whatever he wanted without worrying about renting space or following someone else's rules. It allowed him to create his own events, film whenever he wanted, and build something truly unique. The Freedom Factory became a home for some of the wildest racing events on the internet. Instead of sticking to traditional races, Cleetus introduced new formats that were both exciting and entertaining. One of his biggest events is Cleetus in Cars, a mix of drag racing, burnout contests, and insane car stunts. Fans from all over came to watch as drivers pushed their cars to the limit, creating massive clouds of smoke and putting on a high-energy show. Another popular event is the Freedom 500, where drivers race old police cars around an oval track. This race is different from anything in professional motorsports. Instead of high-tech race cars, the drivers use beat-up ex-police cruisers, making the race unpredictable and exciting. The Freedom 500 has brought in big names from the racing world, including NASCAR drivers and other YouTube stars, making it a must-watch event. His ability to connect with fans is another reason for his success. He stays true to his personality and doesn't try to act like a corporate professional. He still talks to his audience like a regular guy, making them feel like they're part of his journey. This has helped him create a loyal fan base that supports everything he does. Cleetus also plays a big role in keeping grassroots motorsports alive. While big racing organizations like NASCAR have struggled to attract younger audiences, Cleetus has brought new energy to the sport. His events are fun, easy to follow, and packed with action. Now, don't forget to comment down your thoughts on this. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.